Hey guys, and welcome to Under Construction. Let's make our bunnies part 10. So we've got our game pretty much done. However, I've been looking at what needs to be done still, and I really want to explain the last bits and pieces here and just do some general tidying up. So I've decided that today I'm going to improve on the menu. So we've actually got a nice menu screen. I'll give you guys some ideas of what you can do. It's very personal. It can be a still image. You can put some animations on there. It doesn't really matter. I'm just gonna do something to make it look, spice it up a little bit. And next week I really want to focus on working with the sound. So I want to try and add in some sound effects, show you how to add some music, and add sound on and off button, so you can turn it off and on. And in the last part, well, I'll decide when I do the sounds, but I would like to do part 12, where I just do some general tidying up, where I have a look at whether any of the code needs to be streamlined, whether we can take any stuff out, etc, etc, and maybe some last minute changes, not even changes, but just little polishing bits and pieces. So let's get into it today. We're going to go to our menu scene. So we haven't touched this one for a while, and I'm just going to move this button down here. Now the first thing I'm going to do is on our content layer, we're going to set it to black. Okay, now I'm going to double click and we're going to go sprite. And we're going to add a first we're going to add a hole. So I've named them over here, and I've got a sprite called menu circle. There you go. Okay, so I'm going to check this into the middle, more or less, maybe a little bit higher. Let's see. If I put it over there, it's going to be over the bunny. So I'm just going to put it like up here, play button down here. It looks good, I think. Now that is, let's just call it menu circle. Okay, now I've created another sprite called menu circle mask. Now where is this one? Menu circle mask. Now as you see, this kind of covers the bottom of the circle, and I'll show you how. See here, if I check it over here in the corner, sorry, at the bottom here, then, and the circles behind it, it is going to be covering whatever is coming out. So for example, I'm going to check a bunny down here, and I want that bunny to pop up and not be visible below the circle. Okay, so let's call this menu circle mask, and this time I've also created a couple of bunnies especially for the menu. So sprite, and there should be a menu bunny 1, menu bunny 2. So I'm just going to cancel, and instead of doing it this way, I'm going to go down here and go import frames, because there's a couple of them, and import these bunnies. Okay, let's delete the first frame, and let's put our registration on the bottom. So we're just going to go quick assign bottom. Okay, and see, it hasn't done it for the second one, so all you have to do is just go apply to whole animation. Now let's take our bunny and check it down here and send it all the way to the back. Now let's send the whole back as well. So again, I'm doing Command Shift back, and just going to, where's the bunny? There, line it. This is frustrating. Working with only a couple of layers can be a little bit challenging sometimes. Okay, now this is exactly how I wanted to line it up. Okay, so we would basically have this in the front, the bunny behind, and so on. Now as you see, what I really wanted to happen, and I'll show you guys now, I'll just move this off to the side. I really wanted this bunny to line up with the bottom part of this mask. Okay, let's put the registration on the bottom here so they line up nicely as well. Okay. All right, so what I really wanted was to put the bunny on the bottom here and be hidden like this. See what I mean? However, I haven't made this tall enough. So I'll show you a quick trick, workaround on how we can fix that without having to re-export the image again. Okay, so I've got this bit here, which is currently 480 tall. The bunny is this 480. Okay, so let's select them both. And is it going to tell me? Maybe not. Okay, let's just do this by eye. Wrong saying. Okay, let's resize this, and we're just going to try and make it 960. Okay, now instead of stretching, we're gonna go keep aspect ratio, align center. We'll do that. No, we want align top. Yep. Keep aspect ratio. No, we don't want to do that. We want to do 480, 960. And we want to align top left. That's going to be, I think, let's see. No, we wanted to align it to the bottom. But we can easily do that. Oh no, this is exactly what we wanted. What am I talking about? There you go, exactly what we wanted. So all you have to do now is select black, fill the rest of the space, and let's see where our registration point is. It's in the middle again, so let's send it back to the bottom. Okay. And should be good. Okay, so now we've got this sprite, which is basically our mask. Okay, and as you see, we can put our bunny all the way down here, but we don't quite need the sprite to be this big. I mean, I just really should have exported it at the right size. I'm just showing you guys how to fix it if you want to do a quick workaround. What I'm going to actually do for next week, I'm just going to fix up this little image, and that way you guys can have the correct one. So when you download the assets, but let's line up the bunny down here, call it menu bunny or bunny menu. Now the other thing we've got to do for our bunny as well is make sure that the animation doesn't play. So we want to make sure that the animation is set to 0. No loop. And like if we click the menu now, you should see that all our objects, let's play again. All our objects are on the screen. Okay, this is our mask, this is our bunny, it's not playing, you can still go to the game, all that. So now what I want to do is add a behavior to the bunny, and it's going to be a sign behavior. No, it's not. It is going to be a tween behavior. Okay, and what we are going to do is we want to tween the bunny from where it is currently, which is 1120, to about here. I would like to see the bunny's arms as he pops out. Okay, so this is 736. So we're going to tween the bunny to 736. Let's go start of layout, bunny menu, tween one property because we're just tweening Y to 736 over 0.25 using back out back. Should be good. Don't destroy. Let's see if this works. Yeah. Okay, we're going to also not do it immediately. Going to wait. Let's say 0.25. Let's try this. Okay, now as soon as that happens, we're going to wait again, and we're going to hide the bunny again. So let's just copy this line. I'm just going to stretch this out a little bit. Let's copy this line, put it down here, and we're going to tween it, and I forgot what the number, 1120 I think it was again. 1120, yes. So we're going to tween it back down. So 1120, and this time it's going to be in back. Okay. Oh, wait, there. Okay, we want to wait a little bit longer, maybe 1 second. Yeah, that looks better. Okay. Cool. So what we want to do now is make this into a function. We're going to play this bunny right at the start of the scene. We could also just make sure that on complete we play it again. Yeah. Yep. Okay, so we're going to add a function, and menu bunny menu. That's what we're going to call it. Okay. And in this function, we're going to pop all this stuff. Okay. At the start of layout, we are going to run this function. And as you noticed, I'm using the new stable release, and I'm using the new built-in functions, which I will talk about. But as you see, the difference is, in the previous release, you would have had to add an object, and that's the object that I've got left over. However, now, when you add a function, it is just there, and it even tells you functions built in. Okay, and I'm gonna do a little bit more of a rundown on how they work, but we're using them in a very simple manner here, so I don't really need to explain it too much. What we're doing is just really basic stuff. So basically you just select it and run this function. So at the start of layout, it's going to run a function, which is this. Now the function is going to be wait a little bit, pop out the bunny, wait a second, bring the bunny down, then we will add another wait. Let's say we're gonna wait 0.25, and we are going to run the function again. Let's see if this works. Perfect. Okay, so I'm going to wait a little bit longer here, maybe 0.5, just to make it look a little bit better. I'm on the wrong scene, that's why it's always previewing the wrong scene. Okay, that's exactly what I wanted. Perfect. Now, one other thing I wanted to do, just to show you what can be done, and I'm just doing putting in little extra tiny bits like this, just so it gives you guys some ideas of what you can do, you know, little creative bits, little bits to spice it up. I mean, it's not particularly interesting, but it might spark some ideas for you how you can make your menus look more interesting and stuff, just by doing simple little bits like this, reusing your sprites, etc. The reason I've imported these bigger sprites is because I don't want to stretch the tiny bunnies and make them look all blurry on the screen, because I need them to be a little bit bigger. But what I want to happen here is every time the bunny goes down and comes up, the ears are going to change. So first time it's going to be the left ear up, he's going to hide and then come back up, and the other ear is going to be up. Okay, so we're just going to play with it a little bit. So go back to e-menu, and we are going to do a little condition here, add sub event, and we're going to ask a question. If bunny menu is on frame number 0, I like seeing what it says, so let's just stretch it out. If it's on frame number 0, we're going to send bunny menu to frame 1. Otherwise, so we're just going to go else, we're going to send bunny to frame 0. Okay, so now what's going to happen is every time it's at the bottom, after all this stuff has happened, the ear is going to change. So let's have a look. Yeah, perfect, exactly what I wanted. Now all we have to do in this case is move our mask back into the right place, And we've got a bunny popping out. Cool. Now if you wanted to do a little bit extra for here, for the menu, then we've got our background that we used in this case. So let's just copy this, go back to the menu. Let's go Command Shift V, paste it, and Command Shift down to send it all the way to the back. Wait, oh, it's quite faint, of course it is. And this isn't going to work because of our mask. So what we would need to do in this case is also make sure that the stripes happen on our mask as well. I thought that we could trick it somehow, but what I might do for next week is just put little stripes on the mask itself so we can join up with the stripes on the background. You can also keep it white, but right now, if I take the opacity of this up a little bit so you guys can see, if we play, then obviously the way we've got it lined up, we would need to create these little stripes over here as well, which is pretty simple to do, but I do actually think it might look better black in this case. I'm just playing with this and feeling it out, seeing what looks better. Anyway, let's just close this, take the background out for now, but I'll try and edit for next week, put this little stripes here and see what it looks like. If I don't like it, I'll take it out again. And one other thing we're gonna do today is add a title. Okay, so do we have the bunny labeled? Yeah, we do. We've got everything done. Let's add a title. So double click, sprite, and let's just go menu. I think I've got it here somewhere, menu title. Okay, or bunnies. Okay, let's take this title up here. That can stay on top. Everything's sort of nicely lined up. I might move this down a little bit. It looks weird. Okay, up here is good. And we're going to add, this time, we're going to add the sign behavior to it, okay? Now, on the sign behavior, we're just going to take the period, which is the timing, down to 2. And we're going to take the magnitude down to, let's say, I don't know, 10 or something like that. And this is going to be size. So let's see what happens now. Okay, that looks all right. Now, if you wanted to do something a little bit more interesting even, you can check in another sign behavior and, for example, put in magnitude 1. We're gonna put angle, and we're gonna do 8 degrees, so it's not too much. And yeah, let's see what this looks like. Okay, maybe not quite as crazy. Let's go something like 4 degrees and make the size a little bit bigger, like 16 maybe. I will change the grid to 8 by 8, and I'm going to move this down slightly. Sorry, I'm double clicking. Okay, like this. See what this looks like. Okay, so this gives you guys an idea of how to spruce up your screen a little bit. I mean, there's so much you can do. I can add some shading onto the title, add a bit of a background, yeah, add sound effects, music, obviously, which is what we're going to do in the next episode. But now we've got a menu for our game, we've got a play button, we've got our instruction screen, we've got our game itself that actually works. I do want to add maybe a high score to the front screen as well, so maybe that's going to go into our tidy up week. So next week it's going to be sound effects, and the week after that I'm going to do all the little leftover bits that I have forgotten during this little course tutorial series. All right, hopefully this gives you guys ideas. If you have any questions, as usual, post them down below, and I will see you guys in the next under construction.